Okay, here we go. Chapter 0, Lesson 1, Planning for Problem Solving. Go ahead and pause here and take these notes. Okay, so for the first part of this, understand the problem. What information are you given? So we're looking for things that pertain to the question part of the problem. So we go to the end, find out what are they asking us, and go back through the problem and understand which parts of it actually pertain to that question. So if they were asking about how many milligrams a day are in an apple, and they tell you that a 14-year-old eats a lot of apples, well, the 14-year-old has nothing to do with how many milligrams are in apples. So the 14 would not be pertinent information to our question. Step 2 is usually define a variable, but remember that not all problems need a variable. If they say you're driving 60 miles per hour and you're driving for 3 hours, how far did you go? That's not something that would need a variable because you're just going to multiply your two numbers. Then, of course, solve the problem and check your solution. Ask yourself, does it make sense? So if the question was talking about your cell phone plan, and when you solved it, you got that your cell phone plan cost $3,000 a month, that's not something that would obviously make sense. And so you know that somewhere along the line you made a mistake. So here for example 1, Ling's hallway is 10 feet long and 4 feet wide. He paid $200 to tile his hallway floor. How much should he pay per square foot? So when I go to the question, I'm looking at pay, so dollar, and square feet. So one of the things I have to know is if I have this rectangle and it's 10 foot long and 4 foot wide, first I have to know, how do I find the area of the hallway? And so if you remember from like 6th grade, 7th grade math, the area of a rectangle is length times width. And so I do 10 times 4 to get 40 square feet. Now it's asking me to say the price per square foot. So I'm going to take my price, which is $200, and I want to know per, so divided by each individual foot. And so when I take 200 divided by 40, I get $5 per square foot. Okay, number 2. Emily's family drove 254.6 miles. Their car used 19 gallons of gasoline. What is the car's gas mileage? And it gives us the clue that gas mileage is being found by taking miles divided by gallons. So this one's a pretty easy setup because they give us all of our information. Our miles are 254.6 divided by gallons, which is 19. And some of you, I know you have new calculators. And so hopefully you are trying to type these in as you go so that you're learning how to use your new calculators for the simple stuff. And then we can work on the bigger stuff later. And the label for miles per gallons is MPG. So I got 13.4. The next thing we're going to do in our homework is read a table and then figure out what information they're asking us and be able to pull data from a table to answer a question. So the table shows the data from the high school's donations for homecoming. How much money did the students donate in all? So the question that we're going to ask ourselves is, if there's 46 freshmen and each freshman donated $273, I got to figure out how much total money the freshmen donated in all. And I forgot to tell you, if you wanted to pause and write this table down in your notebook, now would be a good time to do that. So for this part, I'm going to take 46 freshmen times 2.73 each. And that gives me $125.58. The next one is 42 sophomores, and they each gave $3.10. 130.20. 41 juniors times $2.89. 118.49. And 53 seniors times $2.24. 118.72. And now it wants how much money did the students donate in all? So total. So I've got 125.58 plus. And on the new calculators, you can put all of these in a row. You don't have to hit enter after each one. So I'm just typing them all in a row, and I get $492.99. And that's all we have for today.